Hello and welcome to my UX case presentation. This is done for the app called Vocabo. With Vocabo, you can learn a new language with the use of new technologies like AI and AR. But who would be using this app anyway? Let's have a look. This is Lada, our proto persona. She's from Thailand, but now she's in Germany as a student. When she arrives in Germany, she speaks very little German, but somehow she has to remain for a couple of years, and so learning the local language is very important for her. She needs an app that teaches her new vocabularies in her immediate surroundings. She needs an app that she can consult with regarding the language usage. Her ultimate goal is to be fluent in German language skill as quickly as possible. Lada likes learning with mobile app as she finds it very useful and convenient. She likes socializing, but somehow she is forgetful and finds learning with books boring. Here's what Lada has to say. I am living in a foreign country and I need an app to help me learn the local language so that my life would be a little easier. Now, as a UX designer, I have come up with the following problem statement. Lada needs a way to learn a foreign language efficiently on things that are relevant to her life, while at the same time safe and enjoyable. Because Lada is a foreign student from half the world away, not speaking German fluently, she has to keep herself motivated as well as making sustainable progress at the same time. For the hypothesis statement, I believe that by developing an app which combines features of AR to assist her with learning vocabularies in her immediate environment, chatbots with AI that she can consult with regarding language usage, and also various lessons and games to test her abilities over time are all crucial features to be added in this particular app in order to help Lada achieve her goal. This is a user flow chart for one of the tasks available in this app, where user can chat with tandem bot. Here you can see that after signing up or signing in, users will land on the dashboard and users can access the chat console within a couple of taps. This is another task where users can take notes from their immediate surrounding using a camera. Users can also save their notes after having taken those photos. For wireframing and prototyping, I have made sketches of more than 30 screens on more than 10 pages of papers. I also use Prot for the prototyping tool. For the usability test, my participants were required to do 5 tasks, including create a new account with an email address, chat with a tandem bot, scan an object to make note on a new vocabulary, do a voice search on a very difficult word, and lastly, the user had to play a game called Hangman, which is a very classic game for language learners. And here is the test report. We can see that tasks 3, 4, and 5. Here I have found some UX issues with it. For task 3, users were confused, not knowing where to go because there were no clear signs or buttons that help direct them to go to after having entered a new word. For task 4, the user simply wanted to go back to the main page, in this case the Learn page, with this same button. And so it will make it easier if the user could just go back with this very same button. And lastly, task number 5 is when users wanted to guess the word in the Hangman game. The users were again confused, not knowing where to go because the message on the button wasn't so clear. They didn't know if the guess would be for the user to submit the word or for the system to make a guess for them. For task 3, I have included delete button and save button so users know what to do next. And when these buttons do their job, users can find it easier to navigate to after having entered a new word. For tasks 4 and 5, in the Hangman game, the user can simply type the word, and when they finish typing, it will automatically check on the word without having to press any button. I have also added the back button on the top left corner of the screen. And lastly, I have redesigned the Learn button to include also the play symbol so users know what to expect from having pressed this button, which is to be able to find lessons and games. So here are the next steps I have outlined. Firstly, I should be creating digital prototype reflecting the changes that you have seen in this revision. Secondly, I shall be conducting the second round of usability tests as well as doing the second revision to fix any UX issues I may find. Thirdly, I shall come up with the high fidelity prototype of this app to reflect the second revision changes. Fourthly, I shall be conducting the third usability test with this high fidelity prototype in order to find out what the users think of the UI. And fifthly, I shall be conducting any revision to fix any UX or UI issues I happen to find. Next is to finalize this case, detailing the evolution of every single version that I came up with. And lastly, I had to present the whole process from the very beginning to the end. Here are the lessons I have learned. I actually learned really lots of things I didn't expect it to. So I'll start with the negative side. Firstly, don't think so much about the detailed version of the app just yet, because that wasted so much of my time, really. Secondly, if possible, don't use paper wireframe, because if your drawing skill isn't good enough, then you will have to spend some time explaining what this drawing reflects. For example, is that a button or is that a text field, and so on. Thirdly, never give up, because sometimes all these sketches happen to be overwhelming sometimes. And now coming to the positive side, being able to explore new technologies and new app designs had gave me really lots of new inspirations. From that point, I learned how to integrate with the requirements pretty quickly, since I know what those new technologies are for. And please be aware of uncooperative participants, and if you happen to meet one, just tell them they are free to go and find someone else to replace them, because that saves a lot of your time to find someone who are willing to cooperate with you. And lastly, please enjoy every moment of your process. That helps a lot with creativity. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you very much.